So I probably shouldn't even be up right now. It's 2 in the morning. I don't work tomorrow actually for once because Pat and Aaron are back from Comic Con and I don't work on Wednesdays anymore. Um, but I got my wisdom teeth taken out today. I got them extracted. I didn't get them pulled out. I got them surgically removed because one of them definitely wasn't erupted yet, and then these two were kind of, and then this one was almost fully erupt. But I needed to get them done because they were gonna be taking out my other teeth if they grew in more. My jaw was apparently too small for my wisdom teeth or something. I don't know. I feel like I should go through like the beginning process of what getting your wisdom teeth is like. Just taking out it's just because I've never underwent surgery before. I've never gone under anesthetic. I've never had anything pulled out or surgically removed or anything. So it's a first for me, and I'm 16 years old. So what happened was Monday night. I got this done earlier today, and today's technically Wednesday because it's 2 in the morning. But yesterday when I got them done, it was Tuesday. So on Monday night, I couldn't eat for 4 hours before my procedure, but I played it safe and I did 12 hours because we didn't remember what the doctor had said. And I usually don't get that hungry. Like I get hungry at night, but I don't actually motivate myself to eat at night. Um, and then I couldn't drink water for an hour before the procedure, and I got it done at 10. So at 9 I had to stop drinking water. So we got there around 9:30 or so, and then we sat in the waiting room for a while because the doctor wasn't done with the first person, and we had to fill out paperwork and all that. I was terrified because I didn't want to hurt. I didn't want to be like in pain or anything. I didn't want to have to limit what I had to eat. I didn't want to have to do all this and that. And I was afraid of going under because I was like, what if I don't wake up and blah blah blah. So I was really really scared. And they told my mom and I that the procedure would take about 1 to 2 hours, depending on how well I do or how easy it is to take them out or whatever. Um, so they took me back around 10-ish or so. I don't know. Um, and they put me in the chair. My mom was able to stand there until after they put me under, and then she had to go. She had to get my prescriptions and all that stuff. I should see if my mom bought me anything. Anyway, so they put me in the chair, and they took my blood pressure, and they hooked me up to one of the heart rate thingies, and they put two things right here, and then one right here, and then they clipped it to my shirt so it wouldn't fall. Then they did my blood pressure, and then they turned on the heart rate thing, and then they were like, okay, the doctor will be with you in a second. So me and my mom chit chatted for like a couple minutes or so, and then the doctor came in, and then he gave me he gave me this little pamphlet thingy, and he also showed me my x-rays of my teeth to kind of explain what was happening and what he was gonna have to do and everything. So he showed me the picture of my teeth, and then he said, so this is what's going on and blah blah blah, and this is why we gotta take them out. And then this is just a little wisdom teeth removal booklet that he showed me, and he showed me this part because it shows where they are and the different conditions that you can have with your wisdom teeth, and he explained how he takes them out. So I don't remember the name of my dentist. I think it was Peterson or something like that, but I'm in Alaska. Nope, none of you live in Alaska. So what I had with my wisdom teeth was they were angled in toward the other teeth, and he said that they're gonna have to cut them in half and then take them out one by one. But the problem with it was that there was like a 5% chance or something like that at my age of knocking out one of your nerve endings or something like that, and then having this be numb, like for I don't know if it was for the rest of your life or whatever. Which would have been a pain in the butt. And then with taking the top ones out, they had to worry because they were connected to my sinus cavity. And they said that's why I can't use straws for 2 months, because then the suction could mess up my sinuses. So and I also could undo the stitches and everything. But oh, and before they took me back, the nurse gave me this little bag of a plastic syringe, 2 packs of gauze, and a toothbrush, I think, and a little pamphlet that explained like aftercare of my wisdom teeth getting removed. And she explained everything that I would have to do. Like I had to take 2 to 3 ibuprofen every 6 hours. And that means even waking up in the middle of the night to take them, because even if you wait an hour, the pain will double. I was gonna get a prescription medication, and I only had to use it as needed. Like if I'm in absolutely searing pain, I can take 1 or 2 or something like that every 4 hours or so. I haven't had to use them yet. And how for my first meal I should have something like small and light, like eggs or something. Avoid dairy, sugar, and fat, because then I'll throw up. So I had a plate of eggs, Um, and then after, they encourage you to eat whatever you want um, because that promotes your jaw moving, and if you like keep your jaw locked, like if you don't talk or eat or chew or anything, your jaw's gonna get locked for a couple weeks. And they also encourage you to talk and everything, but no straws and no things that can get stuck in your teeth, like chips and crunchy things like that. Like, I mean, I can eat crunchy things as long as they don't get stuck in my teeth. Um, so she explained all that, and then she told me that the first day was probably the easiest because I'm probably not gonna remember any of it and all of that. And they're gonna put me under. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go home. I'll be out home. I'll be out of it, and then I'll probably sleep most of the day. And then the second day, I'm gonna feel great. Don't do anything on the second day. And then the third through the fifth day is the most difficult because those are when the swelling starts. And and then on the last day, the fifth day or whatever, which is Sunday for me, I have to take the syringe and clean out the holes in my lower the in where my wisdom teeth were down here. Right here they don't have holes, but these ones do, so I have to clean them out. I don't know how often I have to clean them out. I might have my mom um either ask if she doesn't know or whatever. I'm assuming I'll probably have to do it a couple times. Then well, there was something else that they told me to do. I don't remember what it was. That I was gonna say. Oh, they also said that the day of your surgery to start brushing the way you normally do. Like just brush everything normal, blah blah blah, and then lightly go over the wisdom teeth area with either your toothbrush, which should be really really soft, or with a Q-tip to make sure that the area stays clean. And if you do this properly and you take your ibuprofen and you don't do too much, then the swelling won't be as bad as normal. They also suggested putting ice packs on your face. My mom got 2 temporary ice packs on accident, so I'm probably just gonna be using frozen peas or something tomorrow. I actually could use it right now because my jaw kind of hurts. Um, so they took me back. They did the all that stuff. Then the doctor, after explaining what they were gonna do, oh, and he also said that for the ones that haven't erupted yet, they would have to cut into my cheek to dig in and get them out. I thought he was referring to like my outside cheek, not my inner cheek. But yeah, anyway, so after that, he put like a wood, I forgot what it's called, the thing that stiffens out your arm or whatever. He put that under my arm, and then he put like a white bar thing on top of it, and he strapped it, and then he put the blue tie right here to cut off circulation or whatever. And then he told me to like do this and this over and over so they could get the vein. Then after a couple times I did that, I could see the vein, and he wiped it down with the antibacterial thing or whatever, and then he put a child-sized needle in there. Excuse me. And I still have the mark from the needle. Can't really see. It's really tiny. And then it sat there for a couple minutes, and then my blood was starting to go into the syringe. And then he took something with I think it was with my anesthetic or something in it, and he put that in the syringe, or he put that in the end of the syringe because the syringe was kind of open-ended after he took the part with my blood out of it and threw it in the waste bin. He put that in there, and then he started pushing slowly, and then that's when like I was like my head started to fade, like my head was getting loopy and it was getting lightheaded, and I was like, can I go to sleep now? And they said, yeah, go right ahead. You can start falling asleep. And I was like, okay, Mom, I'm gonna go to sleep now. And then I literally was out like a light. Like I closed my eyes, maybe for a minute or two, I was still conscious, and then I just passed out. So then I woke up. It felt like about 5 or 6 minutes later, and I woke up and I was like, I didn't say anything, but I was like, are they halfway done or something? And the first thing I did, because I thought they were gonna have to be cutting my cheeks, was I felt right here, and I was like, okay, my cheeks can't get cut into. And then I just kind of sat there for a couple minutes, like kind of fading in and out of consciousness because I was like really sleepy at this point, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back to sleep. And then somebody would come in, and I'd be like, oh, hello, like I wasn't saying anything. And then they would be like, okay, we're gonna replace your gauze because I had a bunch of gauze in my mouth, and they needed to make sure that the bleeding stopped before I could go. So they replaced my gauze about 2 or 3 times. When they would leave, I would go back to sleep for a minute or so. And they're like, okay, you can go home now. So I was because I was so out of it. They like I remember all of this too, by the way. They always say that you forget it. I remember it all very completely and very clearly. So I got out of the chair, and then my mom came in and she helped me walk out the door and everything. I couldn't really stand up straight because my head was really loopy and everything. Um, but I surprisingly wasn't like the kids you see on YouTube or whatever, like where they're really, really loopy and out of it and they start crying or they start laughing at everything or whatever. Like I was just me, but I couldn't really talk well because of the gauze in my mouth. So we got in the car and then I grabbed my iPod and my phone. Mom was like, "You got your priorities straight." So I just listened to my iPod honestly on the way home, and me and her kind of talked a little bit. Like, she said that I was easier to understand today than I was when I had to get my cavities filled in back here like a year or two ago. So I don't know. Then we got home. I like really went right to my bedroom because I was really tired and I wanted to sleep and I wanted to lay down and get in my comfies and everything. And Mom was like, "Okay, but first we gotta get you some eggs so you can take your first ibuprofen." So I laid in bed, I scrolled on Tumblr and everything on my phone or my iPod for a while, and then Mama brought me my eggs. She made me, I think, 2 or 3 eggs. And then I just ate those and chilled out a bit. And then my stomach started getting upset because I was eating and I don't know. I was eating, so I felt my stomach started getting upset. Then after I finished it, I let my dog lick my plate, and then I was like, "Okay, Mom, I'm gonna take my ibuprofen and go to bed now." So I took my ibuprofen with about like half a glass of water or so, and then I was out like a light for about 2 hours. My mom had to get her tattoo done at 1:30 or so, and we came back around noon or 1. So she was gone when I woke up. Then I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna scroll on Tumblr or something for a little bit." So I did. Then around 3:30, my stepdad came home and he made me 2 pieces of toast out the crust, and he brought Dude in to snuggle with me. Dude's my dog. So me and Dude snuggled for a little bit. I scrolled on Tumblr on my phone. I did Facebook and Instagram and all that junk. Then I think I probably went back to sleep around that point. Tom kept coming in to check on me every couple minutes or so. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. So when I took my first nap, I woke up and I was like, "Oh, there's something wet on my face." So I wiped it up, and it turns out I was bleeding, like, because this part of my mouth was numb. Like, all this was numb for about maybe I'll say about maybe 10 hours or so after my surgery. Um, so this was all numb. My mouth, the inside of my mouth was kind of numb. Like my tongue was numb, and these were numb. So those were numb, and then when I woke up, I had blood dripping on my face because this was numb, so I couldn't keep it shut, and I was bleeding a lot. So I had that. I bled right here. I bled on my shirt and my sports bra, so I had to take those off. Um, and I think I might have got some of my hair on my pillow, but I really don't care. Um, so after I woke up from that nap, my tongue was kind of feeling a little less numb, and then these were a little less numb too. Then I took my second nap, and then this half of my face was fine then. And then after just a little while, I realized that this half wasn't numb. So now I'm completely unnumb. Um, I had 2 more pieces of toast. No, I had a very, very small bowl of spaghetti with Parmesan cheese for dinner. Then after, I had 2 pieces of toast with a lot of butter on them. Then after, I brushed my teeth and flossed like normal, like they told me to. Then I've basically just been either laying in my bed doing nothing or sitting in front of my computer doing nothing. Right now, my cheeks kind of hurt because I think they had to cut in them, because I can feel sutures on the side of my cheek, because this is the one that had the not erupted wisdom tooth on it. But there are 3 sutures in my mouth. I can feel all of them with my tongue. There's one right here and then 2 over here. I haven't felt the hole in my teeth yet. I don't think I'm supposed to, but I really don't care. I can talk fine. I can eat fine. I'm kind of worried to chew back here, but I still do it just because they told me not to be worried about it, because I'll get it out when I brush my teeth anyway, and it encourages my jaw moving and the healing to be faster. My teeth kind of hurt, like my wisdom teeth, where my wisdom teeth were, and then like a tooth or 2 in front of it all hurt. But it's not a searing pain, it's just really annoying. It's like you get a toothache. It's just ugh. The anesthetic wore off like right after my first or second nap. And I don't know, honestly, this is gonna sound crazy, but now that I've been under anesthetic, I honestly would not mind if I had to again. The most painful part is actually getting the injection, like getting the needle put in. Then after you're like really, really lightheaded for a second, and then you pass out, and then it feels like 2 minutes later you wake up. So there was something else I was gonna say. The hardest part about getting my wisdom teeth removed so far, this is only the first day after, is getting there, because you're like really stressed out and you're really worried and you're really hungry and you're really thirsty too. So that's the hardest part. And then going under and the actual procedure is really easy because you just sleep through the whole thing. Hopefully you sleep through the whole thing. Then you wake up and you're really loopy and out of it. You don't really feel much, so it's not really that difficult. And then once the anesthetic wears off, it just becomes a nuisance, and it's not really like a pain in, like, it's not a searing pain or anything. It's just really annoying. But I need to finish reading this. But so apparently the healing process is that the blood clot is going to start forming, and then after about 3 weeks, repair tissue will start making its way in there, and it's going to start slowly ossifying and turning into a bone. And then 3 to 6 months after, it's bone, because there's no gum where the wisdom teeth are. It's just a bone. So yeah, so that's basically so far my that's basically my experience with getting my wisdom teeth out so far. I'll make another video or two as the days go by. Like tomorrow, I don't think I'll make a video tomorrow because they say that tomorrow is your best day. I'll probably make one on Thursday. I don't know if I'm going to be going back to work or not. It depends on if I'm able to talk and how good I'm feeling. Because all I do at Alaska Relax is just sit behind the counter and do nothing. I do plan on having Anna over Saturday though, because me and Anna literally do nothing except for laugh at YouTube videos and lay on the bed and bake. But we're not going to bake obviously this time because we actually started a fire a couple weeks ago, so we're not going to be wanting to bake anyway, and plus that probably might not be good for my teeth. But yeah, so far I have moderate amount of plans the next week or so, but most of them are really down low key kind of things. Hopefully I will feel fully recovered in about a week or two, maybe 3. Well, probably once the holes fill up, I'll start feeling better. But I can't use straws for 2 months, which is really going to bother me because that's how I drink my water. But the water thing isn't a big deal because I just use a Shakeology cup to drink my water. And then my Shakeology shakes, I always drink with a straw. So tomorrow morning I'll probably try to drink it through a Shakeology cup. But I don't know. I hope that I can tolerate it because I really need to drink my shakes. So yeah, that's basically my experience getting my wisdom teeth out so far. I will update eventually and everything. So yeah, that's about it.